Ena efiada me mayahwefo nyina chi emamwakwa aba abononsia efiada nopa ye kasebu edikan a yewo edema wo XTV so ena yede ebro efrin kampone mantemu Pokwasi Festus Adom Plaza building mo ena ye hye sanso sa okopie mu ewa barefoot tintan kese no so a Facebook eye XTV GH YouTube XTV Ghana TikTok XTV 391 Instagram XTV Ghana Twitter XTV Ghana na ensema hodro a wobete ena no pay ebi ene se NPP amanyuku no dia wopa dream training anapose trofo dibre ewa amanyuku no ene de wo mo hye wo national delegate na se no Charles Bisiu watwe asensan na wachire mu nienti a edru beye hours beye few hours am kwakoto abe na watwe asensan ni nyina ewa kasebwe mu a yede ebrewo na sanso na ukopie mu ewo swame abato mpeso so a mahebedwani owo honom osache mensa bonso e dia ba beto dwase hu behia se aban no asoafo no mu ye adwuma no won twa sokra na onfa nipa mbe mako dum krompe mfa nye adwuma na ntimi bua na Ghana yesi kasem so ntimi enjira ne na so ne nyina ewo kaseboy mu a yedi ebrewo sanso kokobod fo so de nsem bia ba beto dwa e de fa eye nnua na ye hwetwetwa forest na ye hwetwetwa nnua si yedi dua koko no de nsem bia ba beto dwa e de afa ho ne nyina ewo kaseboy mu a yedi ebro nsem ne de edoso papa kakra bi ena mapone ho ede amawo no baba pa me visa kwesi ate enemy di kame ho fiti semre ya kopim se minute edwonu no bebo apa no nsia ho de opeti de opa hwe no eno na me de ebro afegibre na me fa kasebo ede wo makasa emfamo yabo wa mane dida se osunko kwa manyokuo no NPP wo ene de eye kitan sabo somni de to so edunumui wo mo nyina e ba be pie mo ewo nkran ha sports stadium na chese wo national delegate conference kasiye pano eno ena wo mo edi ehhehye so no mo ba beto aba eyi dream trefo churchofo organizers and offense positions ahodo a ewo amanyoko no wo mo ena bedi amanyoko na nemo ahwe apre akonwani biom ewo NPP amanyoko no mahwe sem NPP amanyoko no ebesan so atena aban mu biom na ukopie mo ewo churchofo dibra wono mpe churchofo dibra wo mpe se John Bwedua imprenpren wono ena churchofo edi mamanyoko no won person mutu na de so nipa mako num e kan dwomboedu e no mo pesa adibre no nanso akase minutes anapose hours kakra ansa na abato ibetimi abaso no pani ba kwa wono ni din di Charles Bisiu wo de ababetu dwa se akensie no enya de a wo bekobio na no ana centrofo bisan se adenti e na watwen ya aka kakre bi e kwakoto abem e na watwen asensan ya na wo ye ne sa won jindi se wachi tai form de wo mo re e dia show mo no wedu wo mo hwam ana nchechemo wo de maye no eni
the needless of them, and I've spoken to other people. They've understood me. Those who do not understand why I took that decision, I apologize to them. But I'm still talking. I haven't left the party. I'm still within the party. You know, sometimes people follow you for several reasons, and their loyalty and also faithfulness to me. I thank them for that. I'm not going to depart from that. We're still going to have a relationship. And when all the people who followed me, I told them that it is not just about politics. We must have a relationship before the politics. So if we both agreed on that principle, that a relationship before the politics, then our friendship and our collaboration will still remain. And then anything that I have to do within my capacity to support them, I will. And not going in for the election doesn't mean that I have antagonized anybody. I still have friends in there. I can walk into whoever wins as a general secretary position or whoever is the chairman to help party people, because in so doing, then I'm still doing the party's work. So they shouldn't be angry with me. I apologize to them. I'll come to them. I believe I will meet them on the grounds. I've asked for speaker, there's some in my office that I'm waiting to see me. I will speak to all of them. Yeah, I consulted the needless of them, and I've spoken to other people. They've understood me. Those who do not understand why I took that decision, I apologize to them. But I'm still talking.
And wechi yasanso ebisa ne se wonjindi se bi ankrofo bi neta echi so we akensie no mane nkobiom se na be ya emu be ye mre e de amawona wo mo esi akan na eno so emu aya wode maye no eni
You've known me. I mean, I'm a very calm person. I do not work under pressure. I'm very assertive. Nobody can coerce me to make decisions. I made the decision. And even when I was making the decision, I met the nucleus of the campaign team, discussed things with them, and they understood me. And some even said, okay, that it makes sense, because that was very, very virtues that they followed with that. Like the selflessness, the sense of belongingness to the party. And I believe that equally all of the people who are contested have something in them to offer. Where this short fall, I would have to actually offer it for the party to be stronger, as we've all been progressing. You've known me. I mean, I'm a very calm person. I do not work under pressure. I'm very assertive. Nobody can coerce me to make decisions. I made the decision. And even when I was making the decision, I met the nucleus of the campaign team.
Intino openi Charles BC wono ena wetime akasa no wakankrofo a womusi akan petrofo dibre ewo NPP amanyuko na so few hours aka ye kwakoto abe ena afedie waba bonte se wanya ankobium na yeda so ewo amanyosemo yenkopiemo ewo chinie ehejobodo amanyoko no trofo edima amanyoko no eye Johnson esedu nketia dodo na efenu General mosquito ba akope edinse bia ba beto ya wo chemo se amanfo bi ebisa no ane ena NPP fo womo etimi akwakoto aba police station womo akwakoyi mpanifo womo akwa regional sese womo ba be yi eye mpanifo mbeda NPP amanyoko no 9DC fo da be no be hyemu die ase ana na mu ya akachiu enom ena Johnson esedu nketia se Ghana fo mu nya abotre NPP fo no mu danso ewo NDC mu enyese no mu ye omu niema ena yensu ye niema ne mu no ye de ebo ye homoden sem nkrofo mu beda NDC amanyuko no anan mu no wo mu eye nkrofo a eye NDC amanyuko ko manankasa ena eyi wo mu enye obi ena de kwa kwahye mu se an mu fe nipa we nko mu fe nipa we nko wo se da bi NDC fo mu nye omu niema sa wo mu hwe se nkrofo a eye delegate anapo se adofo a womo wo NDC amanyuko no wo makasa weni agi wo ho a wo mbeka se we ene ye pe no eno ena omo de beko na enye obi a wo mko akwahye omo ti se mfa we ene nko.
Well, questions about when we are going to start our internal elections and all that, and the various media houses and practitioners plus our rank and file have not ceased in asking us what we were doing and trying to compare us to our competitors. That, well, MPP has done this, what are you doing? And we keep telling them that MPP is a different party from the National Democratic Congress. And we don't follow what they do with their internal processes, because they operate a different constitution and a different set of laws and procedures from what we operate. Their structures are different, and our elected structures are also different from theirs. So it will be wrong for anybody to be comparing what we do internally by way of establishing or renewing our structures to what they do. We always believe that what is worth doing is worth doing well. And so we could have rushed to undertake a charade of elections, draw our own conclusions, and clap for ourselves that we finished. But we always believe that leadership rests on the consent of the led. And so in all our activities, we go to every length to ensure that those we will call leaders will actually be people who have been chosen by the members of the party to to lead.
And no church for Edima Edis Yamanyuko no Johnson Esedun Ketia General Mosquito and Wakasano Yegusora Ewa Manu Semo Okopium El Mashibi Jefia Dioda Edom Duduano Anno was also a Mashibi Jene and Madisham was swame about 1 person. One so a minister for parliamentary affairs. The day Osaiche men Sambunsu Unyamni or the Sambia Barbetuja. The walking in any say as Swafwa. Womuye juma edema abano e wose abano wate sokra enkodrube nipa be mako dun krompe e no womutimi ye mfa womusa aswafo a womo oman Ghana mum wose wo kanisa no wono omo ye regional ministers no womo de wo yi womo edi frem say womo e na ejina omampani anemo e wo mo mantem ahodo a womo e wo no enti se mantem no e mako dun sia de a e se ye pe ministers be mako miensa bi e ka omo hona ne nyina no entimi enya dun kron entimi buam na Ghana esi kasem no entimi ejina brane na onyonyam ni Osaiche Mensa Bonsu dwumadie bi ekoso e wa Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology na no a public lecture na bra wokopie mu e wo honoma wone wo mo e kasa no na odi sansem nyina wodi etudwa.
Where we are going as a nation is not sustainable. We are getting on a very slippery road in terms of monetizing our politics, both parliamentary elections and presidential elections. And I think that, as a matter of fact, my personal preference is with the Westminster type, where the prime ministers are much more accessible to us. One, and then in terms of expenditures, they spend far less in getting themselves elected from the constituencies, right? And that obligation to satisfy sponsors is much less. And with that, we'll be able to deal with corruption. And then again, because the prime minister is a member of parliament, peer review should tell you that you can't be a prime minister when I know that before you became a prime minister, you had only 1 house. And 4 years after becoming a prime minister, you have 10 houses. My friend, where did you get it from?
No, and na waka no na wasanso edit to just say anko no nkwa na constitution no amamra na yedi bo oman no ho bra no ne yehwe so edidi dwuma e wo oman Ghana mo yensanso ehwe mu bi yensanso nyema bebre wo mu a enko ye embua yese oman ema oman no yenko yenim.
Indeed, any president appoints more than 5,000 officers into public office. We are still counting. This certainly, Professor Chairman, is a monarch that the Constitution has created. The rest of us citizens hold him in awe, and even when he strays, it is difficult to talk straight to him. This arrangement needs to be revisited. It cannot be good for our growth. It cannot be good for the growth of democracy. Indeed, any
ministers are one more eka cabinet no, and I put a one no more member of the cabinet no. Ye need some minister ministerial position no. Ye ji infant from no being to me, your minister was also a cabinet member. And just say, what Jack it from you standing in a bo or mine cassette me and the son, a bit me up Boama Ghana, ye say Casemino, a bit me a Jan in answer.
Many of our ministers do not add value to our governance. That's the truth. And I'm not here talking about the current MPP administration. I refer to all administrations since 1993. The time has come for us to seriously introspect on this. And hasn't the time come for us to place in the Constitution an upper ceiling on the number of ministers of state that we should have? As I've already stated, cabinet ministers assist the president in the evolution of policies. That is according to Article 76 of the Constitution. All bills and agreements that are presented to Parliament are underpinned by governmental policy and principles, which the cabinet ministers propose to cabinet. So if you are not a cabinet minister, you are not part of the process of the evil.
Sino onyonyam ni asache mensambo so wono okopie mu ewo mahibedwefi a wono eneda edom dodo no ano de se ne betutu niema ewo mahibedwefi ahodo no so wono so eni osoafo a woda wo ma no ewo ho no sanso mahibedwe ni edima de hye omo soame abato mpeswaso na yento akase ni so ene yenkopie mu ewo kredwume mu cocoa board anapose se obepie mu ewo bibiman mu amai mienu a chese eba no cocoa pa yetimi edi hu dwuma pa edi kwa amone ne netimi bua yesi kasem eye Ghana ena fence no Côte d'Ivoire nanso beye ifie bebre no womo ahye dwumadie bi ase a womo ese eye forest kwa ya hodo a ewo oman mu no ye twetwetwa sa kwaye ni nyina na fe ye sanso edi dua eye koko na koko no so yetimi enya ho faso bebre nanso ehwehwemu nso aba be todwa ese sa kwaye na ye twetwa se ye di dua koko no eno nso ewiemu satwae no so afete no intamadema enhyeda nko yie kura se na ye pese infaso ye pese yenya ewo koko na ye dua no mo no esanse ye twetwetwa no nso no ema infaso no yentimi enya ne sente no chief executive officer ye di Ghana Cocoa Board wabone homodin wakasa edi eti a wo chem se san nua na wo mu etwetwa no emra so se wo se sa aman mienu Ivory Coast Côte d'Ivoire na fence no eye Ghana no wo mo sanso entrance biom no mo sanso hwemu biom no mo hwe kwan pom befa so se ne be ya Ghana ye koko anapose aman mienu ye koko hu nsem no ebetimi edimo na ejira ne nanso na etimi bua yesi kasem so entimi enjira ne nanso no wadan sanse nyina edi Abraham amai mienui wo mwana musimfo ebepie mo nkotena se edwindwindwindwin saa nyeme hu ebetimi aboa makoko hu nsem so etimi akonkan no na Joseph Boahi edu wodi sanse nyina wodi atudwa.
Climate change is not just restricted to maybe Australia or United States or China, or, whatever. We are all feeling it. It's everywhere. And critically, we are encouraging our farmers not to expand, not to cut any forest anymore, just to ensure that we have enough forest to protect this planet which we all love and we want to live on. But once we forge some kind of alignment with EU to get a solution to this problem, we are also aware that some industry actors are now moving into large-scale cocoa plantation elsewhere, cutting forests. So what kind of story are you telling us? Because in one breath, you are asking us to stop cutting forests. Even for a smallholder farmer, is being asked not to cut any forest anymore. In another breath, the industry players themselves, multinationals, are entering into large-scale cocoa plantations outside Africa. And for us, again, it's unfair. Climate change is not just restricted to maybe Australia or United States or China, or, whatever. We are all feeling it.
No Chief Executive Officer Edima Ghana Cocoa Board Openi Joseph Boahi edu wono ena wakasa no na yahwefo nyina beka ya enche kra ye ene de beto monim ese Ghana ban etimi releases ka 10 million ye chopable Ghana cedis dollars say yen fanhye eye ahomegye bia hodo no na entimi boane nyina ene se COVID-19 ebaye aban edin hyehyɛ bi aba se eye hotels and offensive restaurants ahodo ye ntututu mo eba ne san no affect wo madwuma papa enti aban no epese wo boa wo mo wo bo mechi kakra enti wo de sika yi wa releases kan se ye nchen fa ma san krofo yi na entimi eboa wo madwuma no empeja wo madwuma no ebiom na no mo no ena mpanifo a wo so mo saka sa sika yi bi wo mo de adesede edi ma mpanifo mo da ano a wo bechiche sika yi se wo mo hwɛ se sika ni chiche no obiya nsa beso bi eso enkonko ba ni say ena we ye NDC ni we ye NPP ni ena we fa he na kosi him entino gomo ede eya manyosem eba be reremo na nkrofo wase wo musaka sika no wo mo nsa entimi anka wo mo de adesede e de ato mo nim se wo mo hwe na obi biara nsa entimi enka scan no mo bo mo homadin e di nkyerɛkyerɛ e di ma wo ma wo mo e wo sectors ahodoɔ no wo mo di kan ekopie mu e wo fragmante mu oti ne mpɛtɛ mu wo mo kopie mu e wo epie mante mu koforidua e na afensi no afede wo mo abase wo mo e kyerɛkyerɛ wo mo no pani ba kwa wo no e ne technical advisor Edima Ghana Tourism Development Project your penny Professor Gabriel Eshon wono edin sembi atudwa.
As we call it, the Ghana Tourism Development Project has got two main aims: to develop site and the grants. All together we want to form the amalgam of synergy in the system to be able to help us to be able to carve out a competitive edge, and not just carve out a competitive edge in the tourism space in Africa and beyond, but to sustain it as well. And that is why this grant is saying that, yes, we see you doing your best, but you are struggling. Government is coming in to give you this push that you need. As we
now, one also a Cassavi Pepe manager, Edima Boti Force, Mame Irene, one also a Cancrebi Edima Bino.
Various benefits in the past, we were given the assurance that yes, we are on point, we were going to hear from them. Little did they come back telling us that maybe you have hitches and you haven't abided by the rules, but all they did was to keep assuring us for the COVID-19 and all others. We thought we were part of it, but up to date, 2020 to 2021 budget, we haven't received.
Na Nikro Kremo and CEO Edima Ghana Tourism Development Company, your penny kujo entry. One also asho bo essay. Sassy we on Babechi, and Yadom de Babe Yamanyosem. Yen Bebesha say we are NDC, we are NPP, Nemono, one Besha say, competent people, woman would deserve some business scano, Sankophone and Yedisaski, evermore.
There's no portion, for instance, for ticking the box of which party you belong to. Absolutely not. And if you belong to a certain party, perhaps a party in government, and you have no tourism enterprise, you cannot apply. So we can be certain that there's no plan anywhere to favor certain people. The rules are strict. I can't help you if you call me because I am perhaps one of the leaders in the tourism sector. This is a system that has been put in place. That's why we have removed all the individuals or the human interfaces from the process and just allowing the technology to do the selection. There's no portion.
No, and waiting me a day a moment, it is a candidate here. Muchichen so amoshe se be so bi biara so yenso yensa intimi enke bi na bua yen yensa se COVID-19 ni de enye nipa ba ko ene ha no ha ye nyina enti muchichen na so obi biara eso mengira wo nsem so na no pe kasia me wode ma no me fe ni nyina mfesi aseda kasia confirm on sa wonya bre ene adaje na wo hwe XTV ya no pa no nsia kasie ohu me live e was Facebook XTVGH mo hwe wo Facebook no eda mo ase yetu chepa e de ma mo koso na munye ne sa pepepe mfama ye eno anope doja camera na chi e ma me e DJYX fresh boy ba ko pe Samsung okopie mo e wo MC ahonso ade twa mitu mo e Dr. Bismarck edu wo no e ne twa mitu ma bra lonso etanechi painting ni pokunchim se nyina go krata so ma me mabekinkan e de ma wo e Zainab Ahasan me amekinkan de ma wo e yo ba pa Mavis Akosia ate executive producers e boss lady ndi boss so me sorry so magudie mo nsem dia wo petie dia wo pa hwe no me nua ba ma waboa ni nyina anu e na ye fie da ntino wo bo ni nyina bede e dia ma ite bo ma dia mo afide no enda he ya me da wase e mo mo enishe